What's up, guys? We are back with another Marvel Legends review, taking a look at the latest and greatest poster child in all things wrong with getting exclusives. So we're taking a look, obviously, at the Target exclusive Red Hulk. I know, just like a lot of you, I have had a lot of trouble getting a hold of this guy, and I randomly lucked into getting one at a store, not online, because that's been an even bigger mess. So I almost walked right by him, and then I realized that he was just hanging on a peg in the aisle. That was weird. So we're going to look at him. We've got him here in a very Legend style box, but of course this is a little bit different. This is what they're doing with some of these larger figures that they're releasing single packs, so like the new Venom and then this guy. So he's in a larger Legend style box. Figures in the window, of course. You've got a nice fire background, which makes sense for this guy. Hulk logo down there on the bottom. You've got some artwork on this side, and then on the back you've got a shot of the big guy and a little bit of a write-up on what's going on and why this is a Red Hulk. So let's do it. Let's pull him out and take a look. And here he is out of the package, our Target exclusive Red Hulk, Rulk, General Thunderbolt Ross, whatever you want to call him. And I mean, this is a repaint of a figure that we've gotten, what, 3 times before? Well, I've only got 2 of them because I didn't get that goofy looking SDCC figure. But this is also the body for my favorite Legend of last year. So to say that I was excited about this one is a kind of an understatement, because I still absolutely love the design for this figure, love the way it's built, love the way it moves, and frankly, just about everything about it is pretty solid. No pun intended, because this is a big boy, this is a heavy figure with a lot of plastic, a lot of shelf presence, so let's just do it. We've got a head that can look up a little bit. Not too much. He's got a big head of hair back there. He can look down pretty good, though, which honestly worked really well for this big guy. You do have a nice bit of rotation, not just swivel, but rotation because of how much room that ball peg has in there. You've got a little attitude, and then, of course, you can swivel all the way around. Arms go out at the shoulders. They swivel all the way around. You do have that butterfly joint, the kind of odd backwards-facing one, but I still like that because it gives you poses where he's kind of like posturing backwards, or where he's kind of flying forwards almost and kind of arcing his arms backwards, so it does work pretty well. You've got your bicep swivel. We've got our single rotating elbow, and then you've got hinges and rotation at the wrist. You've got your diaphragm cut, so he swivels side to side. You've got good bobble back and forth side to side, a little bit backwards, and pretty good crunch forwards too for such a big guy. You do have rotation at the waist. It kind of clicks. I'm sure you can hear that. Legs go out pretty far for such a big figure. They kick forward pretty good for those meaty thighs. Kick backwards, thigh cut, double jointed knees. Only go back so far. Again, he's got monstrous legs. And then you've got your rocker, which is really good, and then you've got hinges down at those ankles. So, I mean, if you've messed with any of the other Hulks so far, you know exactly what's happening here. It's the exact same body. There is nothing different, and he still moves really well. For such a big figure, he is quite agile, and you can get this guy into some really dynamic poses. Of course, what's different about this figure is the red, obviously. He is, from neck to toe, the exact same figure that we've gotten previously, which is fine. I don't really see a problem there. Honestly, if they could give me a rainbow of Hulks in this body, I'd probably buy them. Just about anything on this particular sculpt would work for me. I really do like it that much. I think it's just an exceptional looking figure. The shelf presence alone is fantastic. I mean, it's bigger than a lot of Build-A-Figures. It has, like I said, a tremendous weight to it, so it's very heavy, and it does stand quite still. It's very sturdy, it's easy to pose, and it's just a nice looking figure. At the end of the day, that's really what it is. It's a nice looking figure. He is, of course, red, so that makes perfect sense. And you do have some shading, so there's kind of like light yellow orange on his pecs and on his abs, and a little bit running down his arms, and it's also on the tops of the feet as well. The back isn't so much, but it is on the triceps back here as well, so it looks like just a paler shade of red in some areas, but then on the pecs in particular, it's very much an orange color, which works really well. I mean, it plays up the idea of his heat-based powers and on all that jazz. So I think he does look really good. You've got nice sculpt work. Size is fantastic. I love the body this figure is built on. All the veins that run down through the biceps and the shoulders that run across through the pecs are really good. And then you've got the pants, which are the same thing we've seen, but these are done up a little bit differently. They're very shiny almost. They look kind of metallic. It's not a knock against the figure. It's just kind of odd, but it works really well, this finish, against the more matte red color, because he's not very glossy. I mean, he does have a sheen to him, but he is kind of matte at the same time. And then these are very much a different finish. So I think they kind of contrast nicely. They look really good with each other. But the only thing that we really need to talk about outside of how much I truly love the body on this figure is this new head sculpt. And this is yet another instance where they've given us a Hulk head sculpt on a new figure, on a repaint, that I would like to see on other Hulks. Just like with the gray Hulk, I wanted to see that one on the green Hulk at some point. I would love to see this head sculpt on either of those other bodies because I really like this one. It's just different. It's far more angry, slightly evil almost in some respects. The other two just look plain pissed. This guy looks straight up like he's going to destroy everything that he comes in contact with, and I really like that. So you've got the kind of snarling, screaming mouth, tons of expression up in the brow with all of the eyebrows being furrowed, those kind of deep-seated eyes with the yellow pupils in there. It kind of looks like he's powering up based on the red to dark red and then the yellow. And then you've got the short haircut, kind of spiky haircut, which works really well to kind of play against the coloring on that face. Great sculpt, great expression. The paintwork on it's really good. The mouth is crisp and clean with those teeth. So, I mean, yeah, for my money, I would wish that we could have gotten this on a few other figures, but I'm really glad that they used it on this guy because it definitely plays up just about everything that this character stands for. Now, accessory-wise, this guy is almost as similar as the original green Hulk that we got with the Wolverine figure. He doesn't have the shirt piece like that one or the gray Hulk do, but he has the same hands that original green Hulk does. So he has a fist and a gripping hand, style pose gripping hand out of the package. You've got a swappable left fist, and then you've got a swappable right style pose hand. So the same thing that green Hulk has. The gray Hulk has the slightly more gripping hand for the pipe. You can get him to grip the pipe though if you really want. So I've always got the pipe on hand, so he can hold this just fine as well. If you want, you got to play with it a little more, but he can grip this bad boy as well. If you want to have him hitting someone over the head with a big sewer pipe, you can do that. That's about all he comes with. I mean, I don't really know what more they could have given him except for maybe some fire effects, but at the same time, for this price and how much plastic, I'm perfectly fine with just giving me a couple sets of hands. And then, of course, here they are side by side because why not? There's not a whole lot to compare to. I mean, they're the exact same figure through and through from, again, the neck down, but you can get an idea of what we're working with here as far as the gray, the red, the green. Again, I don't have that SDCC version because, frankly, I didn't really want it, and I also missed it, so it doesn't much matter anyway. But I think that these three are by far the best of the four, and they look great together. There's no denying it. These have tremendous shelf presence. They look fantastic on their own, but all together, I mean, this makes me happy seeing these three together. It's stupid because they're just the same figure with different heads, but they're so nice once you get them in your hands, and they definitely pop on your shelf. So yeah, this is a winner. There's not much more for me to say. And I say if you can get this guy without paying some stupid scalper prices, you should get him. There is a lot to enjoy here. If you're familiar with this figure, you already know what to expect, but if you haven't messed around with these Hulks before, you really should take a look at them, because honestly, these are some of my favorite Legends in quite a while. There's a reason why the green and the gray were my top pick for 2019. They move so well. They have a tremendous size and shelf presence, and this figure is just more of the same. Sure, he's a repaint, but he is a Build-A-Figure level figure for only $30, and it's one of the better Build-A-Figure size figures we've gotten in a very long time. So there's no reason not to get this guy unless maybe you're just not a Hulk fan, in which case you might want to check him out anyway. So that's going to do it for this look at the Marvel Legends Target exclusive Red Hulk. Let me know what you guys think. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and until next time.